What's up, friends? It's Terry. It's Alternative Influence Coaching, and today we're going to go over how to build a better following. And I'm going to admit that I find the subject of social media needing to build up your following is just a little bit annoying. But I understand it's a necessary evil, and I understand that a lot of you don't even consider it an evil. And I only do because I think it's a massive time suck. But I recognize that it plays a very important role in your, or it can, in your business's success. But it doesn't replace actual ultimate relationships, but you're still going to want to do that. And that's what I want to talk about. See, it seems a bit old school to talk about, shaking people's hands and knocking on doors and going to incredibly annoying social events in order to talk about your business. And I want to do a couple of things with this. We're not necessarily going to go all the way into social media and talk about its importance or unimportance or how to do this, that, or the other. I've done that. Those videos are in here. And there's also that's also in our summit, which you still get access to. I want to go more into relationship building because that actually gets me pumped up and gets me excited. And I will admit this about myself is that I'm not always that pumped up and excited about it. Why not? Because I get tired. I get run down. I start my day early. And if I'm going to see you at 7, boy, you best believe I'm going to have to go get a power nap. Because I want to be there for you in a way that is like active. Like I want to actively listen to the words that you're saying. And I don't want to be an idiot. I tend to be stupid when I'm tired, okay, and angry. So yeah, what does it look like in this weird age of, coronavirus and social distancing and masks and elbow bumps? What does that look like? I think it still exists. It doesn't necessarily exist if you read the news, and I would encourage you to do less of that. But it does exist. For instance, even going through the shutdown, part of this is because I was doing a book promo tour. I had this whole podcast line of events lined up, and I was trying to get out there and get the book sold. I know you're asking, what book, Terry? What could it be? It's A Failure's Guide to Business Success. It's available on Amazon. And it forced me out of my circle. It forced me out of my comfort zone. And I had to figure out Zoom. So I got really good not really good. I got really good at getting out of my comfort zone. Still, I feel like the Zoom is a nut that still yet to be cracked. Still working on that part. But I've gotten to know some great people via Zoom. So there's one way to connect. And oftentimes I'm thinking, well, a conference call will knock this out. Like we can just get on the phone. But man, it's way different when you can see somebody. Am I right? I will say that I recharge alone. So if I'm going to meet new people, I kind of have to just get over that initial anxiety of being uncomfortable. So that's tip number 1. Maybe we should write it on the board. Get uncomfortable. Right? So we're going to here. I almost immediately regret this because it's a lot to write. Step 1. Get uncomfortable. Maybe you are super stoked about hanging out with people. That gets you really pumped. Okay? Let's talk to that person right now. I used to say to my trainers all the time, get swole, work out hard, go to parties. Tell people what you do. And they're like, that's it? That's a good place to start. In a sense, your body is your business card. And then people, when you go to places, are going to ask you what you do. So tell them. Tell them with passion and do it in a way that invites them to the conversation. Don't do it in a way that makes you, standoffish. Okay? So to my socialites out there, go to parties, right? Go to parties, but with an intention to not get too crazy, right? I don't want you to go. It's not a good look for your business if you're the one doing the cake stand, okay? Goes without saying. But it is a good look for your business when you attract a crowd. I've been in a couple of situations. One here recently on a weekend trip with some dudes that I kind of know, but I'm getting to know better. It's 10 of us, and starts the conversation with the guy about business. And he's asking me questions, and I'm asking him questions, and then I like, well, here's what I do, and I puke out the advice. That advice attracts another guy, right? And then before you know it, there's 4 or 5 of us in a group talking, and then there's an awkward pause, and I realize they're listening to me, right? It still surprises me. So direct the conversation. It's going to be step or point number 2, however you want to say it. Be directive. So be direct, not in a way that comes off as, I'm just speaking the truth, right? Like the people that say they're brutally honest, not a gift. And I don't care if you don't believe me. Being a brutally honest is being a brute. You can't be honest in a way that builds somebody up, then that's not ultimately the best kind of honesty. You got to figure out how to say things with love, all right? Not like a jerk. So be direct. You know what it looks like now. You got to get out there and you got to mingle for whatever that looks like, wherever you are, whether it's with a mask or it's via Zoom or it's on a hike or in a gym. You got to find a way to talk to people, okay? This too shall pass, and this advice will last longer than this virus for sure. Let's talk about the third thing. So the third thing is like we're talking to our extroverts, we're talking to our introverts a little bit. Let's talk to our younger generation. And I used to tease millennials all the time, and I used to have plenty of them working for me. You've got to smack your own hands when it comes to looking at your phone. When you check your phone repeatedly, you are distracted. You're like, now you can do it in a good way. And I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm going to say this. Back in the day, we used to mute our phone. Or the phone would ring and we'd be like, I'm so sorry. I got to get this. I apologize. We would go answer the phone. If it's not an emergency, hey, I'll just call you back. Hang up the phone. Come back. Again, super sorry. What were you saying? Right? You're actively listening, which means you cannot be distracted. If you were there in that moment, you must completely reject distraction. Okay? So that means the phone, that thing that is always in your hand, and hey, I'm as bad as the next guy, right? I can't wait till the end of the day because I use my phone for so many things and just put it away. Like, stretch out my thumb, right? You can't get a vibration in your pocket and be like, oh, yeah, right? Stay focused. Pay attention. No distractions. All right? So we're going here. If you're going to be distracted in a regular social conversation, even if you're, it's hard to spell and talk. Oh, man. When you're in a normal social situation, how do they think you're going to be in a business situation? And yes, they think about that. I know I do. Because I'm not always just talking to people to learn about how I can help them or how they're learning about their business. Oftentimes I'm talking to people to be like, can they fill a slot in my business that I need help with? It's kind of like it's an accidental interview. I'm thinking about that too. And there are plenty of positions for people to get into. And a lot of times I have a lot of ideas, and I'll just put them down, and then I'll pitch them to people that want coaching. I'm like, oh man, you don't have something? I got something. Think about this. And I do that by actively listening. You can't really do that when you're checking your phone, even if it's for the time. So try to make sure you pay attention. Okay? To recap, get uncomfortable, get out in open air, get out in space. Right? When you're out there, direct the conversation in a good way, in a loving way, in a way that is gentle. Don't come across as, boy, have I got a deal for you. If you're passionate about it, it should just roll it should roll off of you. And it shouldn't be a rehearsed script, okay? And then no distractions. Try to remain present and accounted for, and give your phone a break. It works hard. your phone a break. All right? We're leaving you with that. It's Terry. It's Alternative Influence Coaching. I'm excited. We have a new e-course coming really soon. Can't wait to tell you about it. If you're watching this video after the e-course is out, hey, we've got an e-course. You should go check it out. All right, I'm out of here. See ya.